Yo, what's up everybody, it's me, Weeb here, and I just want to let you know before you check this video out, make sure to go and check out the other video I posted today, What If Naruto is from Krypton Part 10, that's coming out, that's pretty cool, it had some cool stuff happening in there, as well as some interesting changes in that universe. But anyway, let's just get right into this video. There will be no recap as I posted a part for this 2 days ago. Anyway, let's just get right into it. We see a young man with dark hair walking down the road. Click, clack, click, clack. The stone bricks make a large clattering sound as his shoes are walking, him not trying to cause any silencing of his steps. As he continues walking forward, each step dragging longer than the last, really thinking over his decision on if it's really time to leave, he would look up, his dark eyes locking with a young girl with large, bright pink hair. Sasuke, why are you leaving? This is the only road that leads out of the village. Sasuke would look up as he sees his teammate Sakura from Team 7. Sakura, you wouldn't understand. Naruto's gotten so powerful now, these past few days. He thinks of his rival and friend, his best friend, Naruto Uzumaki. Or Naruto Namikaze from what I guess his special Genkai is from. I need to grow my own power, and I can't be near him to do that. I need to go and I need to experience the world. And no, you can't come with. She would feel heartbroken as he sees tears growing in her eyes. But Sasuke, why? Sasuke would look at her and tell her that she has to do her own journey as well, and that you can't go along with everyone down each road. You can only pick one. She would then turn around and tell Sasuke that she wants to pick that road that he's going down, and she'll go with him no matter where he goes. Sasuke would keep walking forward as he nears towards the gate. He turns around and looks at Sakura, and then before she says that if he leaves, she'll scream to alert someone. He teleports behind Sakura seemingly, as he then tells her that she's still annoying, as he knocks her out and places her on a park bench. He then leaves the village as he walks out solemnly. Sakura would wake up in the morning crying as she thinks of how she failed. She would run over to Shikamaru, who had been passing by and had checked up on her, as she tells Shikamaru about what happened with Sasuke leaving the village. Everyone would be very freaked out, knowing that Sasuke is gone and that he's the last Uchiha member and a member of the Leaf Village. Naruto would be asked if he wanted to go along, as he says of course he wants to go to save his best friend. Naruto would join the gang of Genin as the Konoha 11 would head out, with Neji Hyuga as well on the tail, with now Rock Lee joining in earlier on due to his leg not being broken. Naruto would have saved him using One For All before, and it had come in handy as he hadn't used the gates with Gaara or gotten his leg snapped. Naruto, along with the Konoha 11 and Rock Lee, would head out with the new team, with Neji in the front using his sensory abilities, the Byakugan, to look for any enemies or traps. As they're heading forward, Naruto would look down through his eyes and see a large man, Jirobo. Jirobo would see the kids and would immediately begin his battle with them. Using his own earth style, he would cover them all with a large ball of chakra, of dirt, which would begin to absorb their chakra through the air. Naruto would power up One For All as his power of chakra begins to overflow his body. He then smashes his way out of the mud ball, overpowering its absorptive properties and pushing his way out along with his friends. As everyone escapes, Choji would then say that he's ready and that he's willing to go and distract Jirobo in order to let the others keep going. Shikamaru would ask if he's really sure, and he would say that he has to, in order for their team to continue to progress. Shikamaru would nod as he sees Choji beginning to pull out one of the food pills. He would feel nervous. As the team continues heading forward, they run into the next member. This member would be using a flute, as well as the next, which would have spider webs like appendages. Naruto would be pushed forward as Shikamaru, as well as now Neji, were both sacrificed in order to keep pushing forward. As the two said that they'd hold off these two members in order for Naruto to keep moving to save Sasuke, then he has to do his best. Rock Lee and Naruto be the only ones left as they keep running. This is when they eventually would come across Kimimaro. As Kimimaro would meet up with them, seeing them across the field, Rock Lee would tell Naruto to go, and then he can handle this guy. As Lee and Kimimaro begin their battle, Lee would begin to activate the gates. As Lee activates the first of the 8 inner gates, he would go flying towards Kimimaro with a large kick. Kimimaro would activate his bone Genkai Jutsu and raise up a wall of bone to block the kick, which completely takes in the sound as well as the kinetic energy of it and pushes into the ground. Lee would jump back as he goes to regain his power position. As Kimimaro begins to shoot bone ash shots at him, he dives out of the way and dodges from all of these. Lee would kick into the ground as a blocker is pushed up into the air, which blocks the way so that his bone can't hit him. Lee would continue battling as he jumps out over this rock and comes down off a spinning axe kick using the Leaf Hurricane. As he uses the Leaf Hurricane on Kimimaro, Kimimaro goes flying back as Lee falls to the ground, his hair on the dirt. As he gets up, he wipes the grass out of his face as he tells Kimimaro that he's going to hold him here for as long as possible. Kimimaro says that there's no way he can defeat him as he begins to create the bone forest structures. Lee would jump out of each and of every individual one as he senses that each of them could grow a next one at any moment. As he continues jumping from bone to bone, he activates the second gate, pushing his body further as he now increases speed and strength. As Lee continues flying around using the gates, Gar would eventually inevitably come as he sees Kimimaro battling Rock Lee. Gar would remember how Naruto had saved him before and decides that he'll help Lee with his battle against Kimimaro. Sand Coffin. Gar would use the Sand Coffin as he blasts a absolute volley of sand towards Kimimaro, blocking an attack that was about to hit Rock Lee. Using his sand, he pulls Lee back and tells him that he's here to help, and Gar and Lee would hop into the battle. Gar would create a wall of sand which Lee would push off using his feet, and with the gates would smash through one of the bone structures and punch Kimimaro. Kimimaro would cough up blood as he begins to feel his disease beginning to set in. Oh no, I must have not practiced enough social distancing. Kimimaro would think as he continues having to battle with the two while under the effects of this illness. As Kimimaro would fight with Gaara and Lee would eventually inevitably overpower Kimimaro with the gates, while Gaara uses his support and the sand tombs in order to bury him. With his final trump card being revealed, he quickly activates his bone structure technique and creates a large skeleton to hold himself in as a giant defense. Lee would begin smashing this with his relentless attacks, along with Gaara using sand as bullets to shoot at the large stone, seemingly like bone structure. Inevitably, Kimimaro would run out of chakra as he passes out and all of the bones around him would fade as they lose their chakra inside of them. Kimimaro would fall to the ground as he passes on to the next life. Lee and Gaara would begin to move forward as they don't think they'll be able to catch up with Naruto in time. Naruto had been running for a long time, with 10% of 1 for all powering his movements, him jumping from tree to tree using acrobatics. Inevitably, he would make it to the final valley. As Naruto stands atop the head of Hashirama Senju, Sasuke would turn around as he sees the black and yellow eye that Sasuke has. Sasuke begins to laugh, an insane, crazy laugh, charging through him as he tells Naruto that he's awakened the true power of the curse mark, and that in order for him to become one with the power that Orochimaru had given him, he will continue forward, and his bond with Naruto means nothing now. Naruto says that there's no way he's going to let Sasuke do that, and that he'll have to fight him over his dead body. He tells Sasuke that if he plans on leaving, he'll have to fight him at 100%. Naruto says this with a threatening tone, as Sasuke has never seen Naruto go all out before. To be fair, neither has Naruto. Naruto tells Sasuke that if he wants to turn back now, this is his only chance. And then he tells Sasuke that if he really wants to fight him, he's not afraid of hesitating to break every single bone in his body to drag him back. Sasuke would say, "Bring it on," as Naruto charges forward with 10% of 1 for all. The curse mark state actually makes Sasuke's physical strength about equal to this, as he flicks Naruto, causing him to be pushed back. Naruto would come in with a fist as he punches at Sasuke, and Sasuke would take his hand and block this, feeling his arm gain tension from the wind pressure behind it. Sasuke would push Naruto off of the head of Madara as they go flying into the lake together at the bottom of the river. As the two are underwater, they are now feeling a light crossing over them as Naruto's one-for-all electricity begins to flow through the river and the water around them. Naruto would come up with a large kick as he says, "Konoha Geyser!" Using this geyser into the air and pushing his body to one for all at 25% for 1 second, he shoots him and Sasuke into the air as he flies back. He would then use one for all as he charges into his finger individually and flicks his finger towards Sasuke. Naruto yelps in pain as he feels his right finger break from the tension, as a purple, messy look over it begins to form. He feels pain as he looks up to see Sasuke coming back down from his attack. He grits his teeth and swallows his pain through it as he and Sasuke continue battling. Sasuke gets on top of a log and pushes into the air using chakra control. He then breathes a fireball towards Naruto. Naruto would punch with wind energy inside of his right fist with chakra, flowing the fireball as it gets pushed back and turned into ashes. Naruto would rush forward as he uses chakra control into his feet to walk across the water. As he's about to come onto Sasuke, he deactivates his chakra control and uses one for all to shoot himself under the water like a torpedo. As he comes flying out of the water directly under Sasuke, he comes up with a backwards kick, kicking Sasuke from behind into the air. Sasuke, realizing that he's now in danger as he's out of his natural element of being on the ground, would have no movability. He quickly pushes himself out of the way using a fireball jutsu, which propels him backwards. Naruto would get on top of the water as he sighs, wiping the water out of his eyes. He tells Sasuke that he's not going to let him leave no matter what, and he says that this isn't enough proof for him, then bring it on. Sasuke then says that when two shinobi become elite enough and are strong enough, that they can read each other's mind through only crossing fists, without exchanging any words. Naruto would say nothing as he and Sasuke continue to lock eyes. Sasuke's Sharingan would activate to the 3 Tomoe state, as he now tells Naruto to come at him. Naruto would rush towards Sasuke, with him and Sasuke fighting evenly for a while. Sasuke would then pierce Naruto's chest, seen from behind using substitution jutsu, as he stabs the Chidori through Naruto. Naruto falls unconscious as he lays in the water for several minutes.
"Hey kid, don't die on me now. You haven't given me enough uses to test my chakra yet,"
Kurama would say as he gives enough power to activate the one-tailed cloak around Naruto. Naruto would get up out of the water as the orange energy surrounds him, his eyes beginning to turn red as they become slit-like. "Sasuke, I am going to use 100% in order to bring you back alive. I don't care how many injuries you have. Granny Tsunade will be able to take care of it later." As Naruto finishes saying these words, he began to power up one for all. "Sasuke!" As Naruto finishes saying these words, he activates his body to 100% of one for all. The Kyuubi's chakra begins to immediately begin healing his body, as his muscles grow tense, and his eyes become filled with light. His hair lifts up as his electricity becomes even brighter across his body. His entire being filled with one for all, at 100% of his power. Generations of the Namikaze clan, all flowing through him as one being. Naruto quickly throws a kunai, which he lays a seal on, and teleports behind Sasuke using the flying Raijin. "Sasuke, there's no way you can defeat me now." Naruto's eyes look full of energy and bright as he can feel the power of hundreds of generations behind him. The flying Raijin technique, which he had borrowed from the last user, quickly fades as he then punches Sasuke. As Sasuke takes the full impact of 100% of one for all, he feels his right shoulder shatter as he goes flying back into the wall, cracking the stone behind it. "Naruto," he would say as he holds his hand up, seeing Naruto's great power causing the ripples in the water around him. Stones in the air begin to crackle as the electricity of his orange one for all begin to glow across the entire final valley. Naruto would then tap into one of the previous user's ability of Earth Release as he causes a wall of earth to come shattering down, causing an avalanche across the final valley to cover Sasuke. Sasuke coughs as he pushes the curse mark to its full state, with now 2 wings sprouting from behind his back. "Naruto, I'm going and there's nothing you can do to stop me." Naruto would look at him and ask if that's really true. Naruto charges the Rasengan in his right hand, making the largest one he's ever created, about the size of a large beach ball. As the Rasengan grows in size and its chakra drain becomes even higher, Naruto feels it turn to a vermilion Rasengan, with the purple energy of the Kyuubi's chakra tainting it. He and Sasuke fly down towards each other, with Sasuke's Chidori in hand. Naruto! Sasuke! Naruto would say this as him and Sasuke rush towards each other. As the Rasengan smashes into the Chidori, a large light covers the entire final valley, when suddenly the left side of it is completely overtaken. Naruto pushes all of One For All into this attack, as he feels his entire right arm shatter in pieces, him screaming in pain as he causes his Rasengan to completely cover Sasuke. Sasuke screams in pain as his entire body is destroyed by the attack of the Rasengan. His curse mark is completely destroyed as well, as his body goes flying back, his body in pieces and his arms and limbs twisted everywhere. He has several thousand cuts and bruises across him, as his bones in his face and jaw are shattered and broken. He lays there with half of his face covered in blood, while Naruto falls to the ground, his right arm completely destroyed, covered in purple and black as he had sacrificed it in order to defeat Sasuke. Sasuke! Naruto holds his left hand out as he grabs Sasuke's hand and holds him there, saying he's not going to let him go. He then passes out as Kakashi would come and gather the two. Naruto would wake up weeks later, and he feels an intense pain in his arm. Tsunade had been able to recover his arm using DNA and genetics, and that the stun he had used was almost impossible to how much chakra he had actually overflowed his body with. It was even higher than that of using the 8th gate. It's a miracle he's even alive to be, in fact. If Naruto didn't have the insane healing factor of the Uzumaki clan, as well as being the Nine-Tails Jinchuriki, there is no way he could ever use his arm ever again. It was even to a higher degree than the 8th gates, she would think, as she sees the amount of damage across his cells. It's almost like they were full of chakra. She thinks that a water balloon is completely filled to the top. Naruto had used his arm as a conduit, she thinks, thinking of how he forced his chakra into it like a water balloon and let it burst in order to defeat Sasuke. Sasuke was laying in the bed next to Naruto, in the separate side of the room, completely still passed out. She then turns over and sees what a number Naruto had done to Sasuke. She turns back to see Naruto, having woken up a little. Naruto, Sasuke's in bad shape. It's going to take him a while to recover, months longer even. You broke 190 bones in his entire body. It'd be a miracle if he could even move. She then says she looks to see Sasuke and several medical ninja around him. Naruto's breathing heavily as he feels the pain in his right arm. He then tells Tsunade that he's sorry about what he did and that he had to do it all. There was no way he could have done any less in order to defeat Sasuke. Tsunade would see as Kakashi had resealed the curse mark at its maximum, and Sasuke was still knocked out cold. She then tells Naruto that she's probably going to need him to use the Kyuubi chakra in order to heal Sasuke, as some of the wounds that he has maintained aren't even possible to be healed by any medical ninjutsu they have known. Naruto had promised that he would heal Sasuke, but first he needs to work on recovering his arm. This is when Jiraiya would come in and tell Naruto that the faster that he can work on his arm and fix Sasuke, the better, because then they can get out and begin their training. Naruto would ask what he means when Jiraiya would tell Naruto that for the next 3 years, Tsunade had permitted them to go train on their own, as the Akatsuki would be coming after Naruto, now realizing that he has a very high potential use of chakra, especially after that little stunt that he had done in the final valley. Naruto looked down to say sorry quietly. Tsunade would then perk Naruto up and say that at least he had completed the mission and saved Sasuke. Naruto would smile as he looks over and says, yeah. Naruto would get up after a while as he eats to replenish his energy, with his arm in a cast, of course. He walks over to see if Shikamaru is there, as he sees Shikamaru, Choji, as well as everyone else. Sakura sees Naruto as her eyes fill with joy. She rushes towards Naruto and gives him a large hug. Naruto feels pain in his arm and tells Sakura to stop that he's still hurting there. She says sorry quickly as she steps back and covers her eyes and wipes away the tears. She looks at Naruto with a bright smile as she says that he actually did it. He fulfilled the promise that he had made to her and brought Sasuke back. Naruto would smile and says that it was no big deal, as he then, with his painful look, would turn away, and ask if Choji will be alright. Shikamaru says that Choji was in a extremely painful condition, just like him and Sasuke were, as he had used 3 of the food pills that of his clan in order to defeat Jiroba for them while they were gone. Naruto would say sorry to Shikamaru, as he nodded, saying that it's part of being a shinobi. Naruto would walk around the village and go get some Ichiraku ramen. 4 months have passed and Sasuke is still not woken up. Naruto's arm is completely healed now and he's ready to complete the healing on Sasuke. Jiraiya and Tsunade tell them that they're going to unlock the seal of the Kyuubi, and Naruto has to dive in there and take as much chakra as he can. Naruto nods as he goes into his seal, powering up One For All as Tsunade and Jiraiya open up the seal just a tiny bit. The Kyuubi's power completely floods over Naruto, as Naruto is trying to grab any of it. Naruto tells the Nine Tails that he's going to save his friend, and that it was because of him that he almost died anyway. He then pushes his willpower through, as he uses the power of One For All, a shining beacon, to push the Kyuubi back. He doesn't access KCM, but he gets close. Using the power that he has, he actually harnesses about maybe 0.90% of the Nine Tails chakra, enough to create the One Tails. This is when, inside of Naruto's seal, his mom, which would be Kushina, would see that Naruto is actually trying to master the Nine Tails chakra. She sees a glimpse of her young boy, who has actually mastered Miyato's power, and says that it's not time yet, as she goes back into her long-awaited sleep. Naruto would wake up from the seal, as Jiraiya and Tsunade completely reseal it, with him now in the one-tail state. Naruto rushes over to Sasuke as he places his hand across him, as the orange chakra begins to flow over Sasuke. His wounds begin to heal as his bones snap back into place on the cellular level. Eventually, all the chakra runs dry as it covers all of Sasuke's body, as Naruto falls to the ground feeling immensely drained. Sasuke would sit up as he opens his eyes and looks around to see his friends. Sakura, Naruto, Kakashi, as well as Jiraiya and Tsunade are there. He would turn to see Naruto, who would then get up and tell Sasuke that he's an idiot. Sasuke would smile and tell Naruto that there's no way that he could have defeated him, and that he's just way too strong. It's ridiculous. Naruto would then tell Sasuke that if he wants to really beat his brother that bad, he holds his hand out. Then they'll do it together. Sasuke would then give up as he says that there's no way that he's getting out of his grasp. He then asks Naruto why he cares so much, and Naruto would smile, telling him that he is his best friend after all. Naruto would wave goodbye to Sasuke, as he and Kakashi would also leave, separated on 2 different paths for the next 3 years. Kakashi Hatake, Jiraiya, Naruto, Uzumaki, as well as Sasuke Uchiha would be leaving the Leaf Village. 2 years and now 6 months have passed, as now Naruto heads back to the Leaf Village. As Naruto and Sasuke would meet up walking down the same road, they would smile seeing how much the other one has changed, with Kakashi and Jiraiya laughing. Sasuke would put his arm around Naruto and tell him that he's going to show him some amazing techniques he's mastered, and this time he's going to beat Naruto for sure. Naruto would laugh and say if he says so, as the 2 of them walk into the Leaf Village gates. If you guys want to see the next part for What If Naruto Had One For All, make sure to hit the like button, comment down below what you thought, and subscribe to the channel for more. I am sorry this is not 30 minutes. I've gone through the entire script now. I thought it'd be longer than this, actually, since it's a pretty long script. But we got through it all, so yeah. If you have not already, make sure to go to my second channel, Weeb, and subscribe to that. I'll be doing my playthrough of Breath of the Wild and Monster Hunter World and some other stuff this summer. Hopefully Hytale comes out, because I want to do a playthrough of that too. Might do Skyrim, I don't know. Got lots of fun stuff planned for the summer grind. The goal is to hit 1,000 subscribers on the second channel before the end of 2020. And the goal for this channel here is we're going to try and hit 10K before 2021. We can do it, weebs. Anyway, I'll see all you guys later. Bye.